All right, we're out at the lake house here of Kevin Glasheen. It's actually his wife's lake house. It's been in the family for quite a few years. So he called us up, wanted to kind of put some money into it just to get it to fix it up and make it, make it a little more updated, a little bit more energy efficient, probably a little bit more comfortable than it is now. So looking at doing siding. There's vinyl siding everywhere, minus a couple small gable ends on the screen porch down there that are wood. But this is my buddy. I don't know his name, but he's awesome. He's been helping me the whole time, hasn't left my side. So otherwise everything's vinyl siding. Going to be required in a double tear off, obviously, of the vinyl, and then all the foam and everything has pretty thick foam underneath it. So that foam will have to be torn off, then we'll have to sheathe with OSB. We'll put on our Hardie wrap and then our siding. All these AC units in the wall, there's at least 3 of them. Those will be going away, and they're going to put in like a central air system. So those will be gone, so we'll just side over those flush. And we're also looking at replacing the windows. A lot of these windows that are doubles, all these 3 on the front, there's a triple on the back corner back there. My recommendation is to make those all sliders. So what's going to happen is, instead of having a crossbar vertical, a crossbar horizontal, and then these little grills in the glass because it's single pane glass, all we're going to do is convert this to 1 window instead of 2. So our cost is going to go way down. So it's way more economical, and it's more energy efficient because you're only going to have 1 window in place of these 2. So on these, this is 2 windows, this is 2 windows, that's 2 windows. So instead of 6 windows there, for instance, we're going to go to 3. So the cost is going to improve drastically. The energy efficiency is going to improve, because anytime you have 2 windows like this, just screwed together, it's horribly inefficient. So we'll go to 1 window, more efficient. It's much more cost effective, and aesthetically it's going to look a lot nicer to have 3 matching assemblies on the front here with just 1 vertical line down the center, and nice beautiful open glass on either side. I measured the doors. I don't remember Kevin, you saying anything about doors, but I measured them just in case, so we have them. But definitely looking at windows and siding. Unfortunately, we have the aluminum fascia wrap, and then we have a vinyl soffit. So luckily there was this place here that's open. So you can see here it's open rafter tails. So we're gonna have to tear all that vinyl off. Hey, stop eating my shoes. We have to tear all the vinyl off. That aluminum's gonna have to come off. It may not be, maybe it might be vinyl on the fascia. But either way, that's gonna have to come off. We can do Hardie on the soffit and then Hardie on the fascia to kind of complete the system and make this, kind of a no nonsense, never have to fool with it again type of deal. So this vinyl has to be torn off completely for the siding. Hey. And then, like I said, put on a wall sheathing, which is the OSB, and then the Hardie wrap, and then the James Hardie plank on top of that. There's a few of these. There's a few of these gable vents here. Those would all have to be wrapped in Hardie as well, and they would be put back behind the siding, not on the front of the siding like it is now. Hey, stop chewing on my shoes. Sorry, he's getting a little playful. Ow. So hey, no. So that's what we got going on here. This line is obviously going to have to stay outside the wall. We're not going to repipe that or anything. But again, recommendation would be to go to just a plank siding, probably Cedar Mill Select 8 1/4 inch. It's going to be, holy smokes, it's going to be wider reveal, so you won't have as many horizontal lines on the house. It'll clean it up, just kind of modernize it a little bit, make it look really nice. Electrical will have to be pulled off, and then can be reinstalled. All these windows that are like this will just keep like that, like single hungs. They'll just keep going up and down. Kevin, when we get together and talk, we'll have to figure out what colors you want on the windows, just to make sure we get those the right way for you. Lord, guy, what's your problem, huh? So same thing over here. So the full wall would be Hardie plank, and then that gable vent would be tucked behind and then trimmed with a Hardie trim out. Probably I don't know if we can get a 1x4 up there, so probably a 1x2 around there. This is that triple. So this is, again, we go to one window back here and save a bunch of money. Again, clean it up. Instead of the horizontal, you just have 2 vertical lines, and it would make it look a lot cleaner, and it'll be a lot more cost efficient, a lot more energy efficient than it is right now. Again, that AC unit would go away, so we'd flush that over. Looks like there's a little crawl space door here. So that would need to be left there just for plumbing access and all that other stuff. Not doing anything under the porch here. I didn't spec anything under there. That could change possibly, but that's going to be difficult to work with, again, because you have this deck separating that wall. So I'm not sure. We'll have to talk about that, Kevin, and figure out how you want to address that, because that's not going to be an easy task without pulling the deck away. So yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Again, back here, so this would be what's called a gliding triple. So instead of 3 windows, it would be 1 window that would function with the sides moving inward towards the center, and then the centerpiece would be fixed. Stop biting my feet. Hey, no. Up here, basically these big old windows, we can keep them operable if you want. You got the doors there. I don't know how you feel about that. I've made them as picture windows just to, you know, promote the view that y'all got back here, which is awesome. We can switch them up to single hungs easily. Either way, they're within 20 inches, 24 inches of the door, so they do have to be tempered by building code. I did measure this door just in case. Here's that kitchen window. So again, my recommendation was, instead of it going up and down now, is just like the others that we talked about, is keep them going side to side. Just for aesthetics, so instead of split horizontally, you have it split vertically. Here is on top of the screen porch, you can see up there, better angle up here, there is just some wood siding. So basically my recommendation would be to cover that with Hardie plank, just to help with the maintenance. So this gable up here would be Hardie plank. Basically what I'm speccing, this gutter would come down, you know, like I talked about on the front, all of the fascia, which is the part that the gutter connects to, and this soffit would all become Hardie plank. So this would all get torn off and rebuilt with Hardie fascia and soffit, which means that you're never gonna have any maintenance on it, you know, down the road. But these would be the only wood areas that we do, is this gable end. Again, on the screen porch, you have these open rafter tails up under here on the soffit. I would keep those for a couple reasons. One, aesthetics. 2, if we do soffit, see how this is uneven? Because we don't have the rafter tails here, so we're gonna have to block all this out, and I don't even think we really have enough space. Well, yeah, we would, but we'd have to block all that gable end if you're gonna put soffit. So my recommendation is just paint it. So on the screen porch area only, we would paint all the underside, the soffit, and then we would install fascia on the fascia of the screen porch. We can do Hardie soffit to match the house if you want, which is again the panel underneath like here. It's just going to require some additional work of blocking both these gable ends, because there are no open rafter tails like we see here on this side right here. So it can be done. My recommendation is just paint it, all this, but we can put Hardie soffit on there if you wish. These gutters obviously would have to go away for us to do the fascia, because the gutter is really acting like the fascia right now. See how that gutter is right into the rafter tail? So we would take that down, actually install a true fascia all the way around the screen porch area, which would look really nice. It would give you all the mileage you need, because it's not going to get eaten up by the sun and the weather. Here's that other gable end. So again, here we just overlay this. No need to tear this wood off. We'd overlay this with the Hardie. We'd put the Hardie wrap on here, and then the Hardie siding. And again, you can see here we have no open rafter tails, so again, we'd have to block that out. Blocking it, I mean putting horizontal 2x4s all the way up and down each side, so we have some nailers for the soffit. So like I said, it can be done. If it were my house, I don't think I would do that. I would leave it as is and just paint it. But it is an option we can talk about when we get together. So that's the screen porch area, again doing fascia overlay, no doubt. And here you can see this is where the gutter is nailed on the other side. So here we would just put on our Hardie fascia right here, flush to the ends of those rafter tails, and then you'd actually have a true fascia system, which would look beautiful. Here it would be an actually half-inch fascia material instead of the 5/16 that we would potentially use over here. I was able to look at a little piece of fascia. It probably looks like we'll do a fascia replacement over here as well, so it'll be 3/4 inch fascia on both of these, or half-inch fascia on both of these areas. Coming back here, so I didn't spec anything under the screen porch. We're just talking about the exterior. I did not spec anything inside the porch area. And then here we have one last wall. We got 2 more single hung windows here. We got a gable vent up there that would be treated just like the gable vent I explained on the other side. And then all this siding would be torn off. The foam underneath torn off, the insulating. We would then put on the 7/16 inch OSB, the Hardie wrap, and then the Hardie plank. And that's what we would look to do. All these lights, we can remove those and reinstall them upon completion of the siding work. And that's pretty much what we got. So we do have a couple conversation points. First of all, want to make sure that we're addressing the fascia and soffit exactly the way you want, again, which is protecting this and preserving it so you're not going to have to fool with it again. We need to address that. We need to have some clarifying conversation about how you want the soffit and fascia addressed on the screen porch area. And then, I guess just some conversation about the window configuration, suggestions, recommendations, whatever. So as far as switching all these twin units like this and the triple on the back to a single gliding unit to save, cost, improve efficiency, and improve budget. So that's what we got. I'm going to get all this together, Kevin, then we can get together probably... My friend's back. Probably get together next week and have some discussion on how you want me to put all this together for you. Okay? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, and look forward to talking to you soon.